In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a website using 5 simple steps. These steps are registering a domain, getting web hosting, installing WordPress and recommended plugins, installing a theme for your website, and then creating basic pages. So by the end of this video, you will actually know exactly how to create a professional looking website. So let's dive right in. Along the way, I'll also be giving you tips for SEO best practices, which is search engine optimization, meaning you want people to be able to find your website, find your business, your company, just by searching on Google or Bing. You can do different things with your website so that more people will find you. I'll also be giving you tools that I use for selling products and services online. So a lot of you will actually want to be doing business through your website, so I'll be giving you the tools that I recommend for doing so. And then I'll also be giving you helpful plugins that make your website better. So if you don't know anything about websites, plugins are basically things you add to your websites, little boosters. For example, say you want a contact form in your website. Well, there's a contact form plugin. Or say you want people to be able to share your blog posts with social media. Well, there's a plugin for that, and I'll give you some of my favorites. So let's go over step 1, which is registering your domain name. You can either use GoDaddy or your own web hosting, but I'm going to be showing you how to do it both ways. So here we are in GoDaddy, and it's really easy to find and purchase a domain name. So let's take our example, Tom. Maybe he wants his website to be tomsguitarclasses.com. Well, first, maybe he wants it just to be guitarclasses.com. So let's search for guitarclasses.com. You search the domain, you see that it's not available. Well, it is available, but you have to pay $2,000, which is the current bid. So some of these site names that are already taken might be up for sale, which you can purchase, but I would just do something that is more unique. So let's do tomsguitarclasses.com. So we'll search again. Hey, look at that. It is available. So once look at this great deal GoDaddy has for now when you register for 2 years or more, $2.99. And so you would just click select, continue to the cart, X out of this chat box that we don't need. Okay, so this is one thing to note. The information you provide when you purchase a domain, which will be your name and address, will appear in public domain. So people can find out your information. You can protect that information by including domain protection. All of these different sites have it, GoDaddy, Bluehost. You can decide if you want it or not. I've done it in the past. I have skipped it in the past, and I've started getting mailers in the mail. So I would recommend getting it, but of course you don't have to. So again, this hides your personal information. You can also purchase website builder and hosting through GoDaddy. But I'm going to show you in the next bit about how to do it with Bluehost, which I just recommend because it just seems to be a lot easier. So say we say no thanks, we'll continue to the cart, and this is basically where you purchase it. You will see that it automatically gives you 5 years, and say we do 1 year, well, you'll see that the price jumps up to $12.99. But if you're really committed to this, I think it's a good investment. $60 for a domain name isn't bad at all. One thing you can do with GoDaddy is search for coupons. You can see here that I just searched for GoDaddy coupons in Google. This first site, retailmenot.com, is a really good one that I've always used to get good deals. So you can see here that there's 99-cent domains. There's lots of different deals. Click on show coupon. You can copy this coupon code, go back to GoDaddy. If we, over here on the right, it says have a promotional code. We will click add, paste that, and you can see after I apply that coupon that it has decreased the total amount to $40.95 for the 5 years because it is 99 cents for the first year and then $10 for every year after 2 years. So just searching on Google for some coupon codes is a good idea. Again, just searching Google and do that Retail Me Not site, and there's lots of different deals. If one of them doesn't work, you can just go down the list and try out the other ones. The other way is to do it through Bluehost. So you can see here I'm at bluehost.com. If you go to the home page and you just click this Get Started Now, or you can see that it has web hosting for $3.95. Usually they have some sort of deal going on. And then they say free domain. So if you say Get Started, you can choose which type of plan you want. So that $3.95 plan is a little bit less space, so you can only have one website. You can have 100 gigabytes of space, different included domains within that, email storage. So if you think you're going to be wanting more domain names, if you think you want unlimited email accounts, it might be beneficial to just go with this plus version. That's what I have right now, and I really love it because with my one hosting account, which I pay about $6 or $7 a month, I can just keep adding domain names and have literally unlimited sites through one plan without paying more, and that's what makes Bluehost so good. So say we select this middle tier. You say I want a new domain name, so say let's do Tom's Guitar Lessons or classes.com. We'll choose next, and Tom's Guitar Classes is still available. Again, you would provide your account information. You would choose the plan, so you can do 36 months. The more months you do, you can get the lower the price. So only 12 months plan is a $9 per month plan. And here again, they have the domain privacy protection. So this is that who is domain registration without Bluehost privacy. See your name and address, and even your administrative contact information, your email will be there. But with the privacy, all of those inquiries, it just masks it as Bluehost. And so no one's going to be able to contact you directly. So again, that might be beneficial, but of course it's not necessary. With this other Bluehost stuff, you don't necessarily have to do this. Site Backup Pro, Search Engine Jumpstart, Site Lock Security, all this stuff is just sort of add-ons that will cost you money. And I'm going to give you some plugins later on that will do these basic things. So like backing up your site, making sure that search engines know where your site is, and security. So that is how you sign up for Bluehost, and that's how you would get your domain name through Bluehost. The second step is purchasing web hosting. So web hosting is the backbone of your website. The domain name is just basically saving the name so that when someone types in that URL, it will be directed to your website. But the site, the data that builds your site has to live somewhere. And so there are different websites that offer hosting. I highly recommend Bluehost.com because it's reliable, it's quick, you have unlimited amount of storage, and it's just easy. And if there has ever been a problem with the hosting side of it, or I've had people try to maliciously attack my website, bring it down, Bluehost is there giving me directions on how to fix it, or giving me resources that I can purchase for them to fix it for me, and it's just seamless and easy. So I highly recommend Bluehost.com for hosting. In the last little section, I already kind of ran through how you would purchase your domain name and hosting through Bluehost. But just a reminder, when you go to Bluehost and you click up here in products, you will see WordPress hosting. If you go there, you will see that the price is a lot more expensive than just the regular. And that's because they include these different things like SiteLock Pro and other things that you don't really necessarily need. And it can only manage a certain amount of sites. And so when you do purchase your hosting, just go to the main page and just get this normal web hosting. I'm going to show you how to add all of the other things you'll need to get started with WordPress just by using this plan. And again, you can go through the different tiers. If you think you're only going to have one website and you're not worried about maybe potentially in the future changing it, getting more, then just choose the starter package. I also know Bluehost has really great customer service, so if you do decide to change from starter to plus, I'm sure that it will be fine just by contacting them and upgrading your package. So that is how you sign up for Bluehost. You're just going to select your plan, plug in your information, make sure that you choose the right domain name, Tom's Guitar Classes. Make sure that you decide whether you want the domain protection. You have all your correct information. Here you can see you can put an optional business name if you do have an official business name. And once you do this, you'll basically get an email, you'll get a password, and you'll get information on how to log into your Bluehost, which is the next step where we'll be setting up WordPress with Bluehost. Now let's look at WordPress and plugins. So WordPress is the software, the web software you will use to actually create your website. So you have your domain name, which is just the name that directs people to your website. You have your hosting, which is the storage system that actually holds all the files, is the backbone of your website. And then WordPress and the plugins are the way that you will actually create your website. It's the site you'll go to add pages, create blog posts, and do all of that. So let's dive into that right now. Okay, so now you have your domain name and your hosting with Bluehost. And now it's time to install WordPress to our Bluehost account. So if you go to wordpress.org, this is really confusing. So there is wordpress.com and wordpress.org. WordPress.com is basically a blog creator that you can use for free, but WordPress.org is the web software that will allow you to create your own customizable site. But you're not going to go to WordPress.org for this. You're going to go to your Bluehost page, so sign into my.bluehost.com, and then click this hosting button up here. You will see they might ask you if you need help, and I'm just going to say I can do it myself. Close this guide, I don't need that. This page contains the list of tools on how you can run your website. So you can find information about adding email addresses to your website manager. This is where we're going to install WordPress, backing up your site, creating new domains. Everything is here under hosting. To install WordPress, go under website and click this install WordPress button. It's going to take us to a new page where it will ask us down below if you want them to do it, and you can pay them, but I'm showing you exactly how to do it right now, so you don't need to do that. Or up above it says do it yourself for free. So over here just click install, and then you're going to choose the website domain that you want to install WordPress to. I already have a few websites, you can see domain names, and I created a new subdomain for this lesson, test.videoschoolonline.com. So I'm going to select that, just leave this as directory, say check domain, and it's going to check if it is able to create a WordPress account with it. So let's just see what these advanced options are. So this is important because you want to change the site name to whatever it is, Tom's Guitar Lessons. You want to change your admin username to whatever it is, admin, and then you want to change your password to something else. And then click I have read the terms and conditions and install now. So it's going to take a moment to install your WordPress into your Bluehost account. Once it's done, you can choose view credentials and then click this view credentials, and there you will find your admin login information and the site that you need, the URL that you need to actually get to your website. So to log into your website, you'll have to go to a URL that looks similar to this. It will be your website name /wp-admin. And this is the same for any WordPress site. So go to that URL, type in your login information, log in, and now we are going to be logged into our dashboard. So this is our website. Now if you click up here where it says Tom's Guitar Lessons Visit Site, I'm going to open that in a new tab, you can see this is what our website looks like right now. So that's really awesome. We have a website, and I'm going to be showing you how to change this in a minute. The other thing that I want you to know how to do now is to install plugins. So over here on the left, you have all your different tools. You have your posts, your media. So this is a library of files that you upload to your website. Pages. So posts and pages are different. Post is like your blog. So if you write in articles, pages is the pages of your website. Comments, this is comments that people are posting to your website. Marketplace, so this is if you want to purchase themes or different things on this Mojo Marketplace. I have never gone there. Appearance, under this menu, you'll be able to customize everything from your theme to the menus, header, background, and even go into the CSS editor. Plugins, we'll talk about that in a second. Users, say you have someone else on your team that you want to give login access to or just writing privileges, you can go here. Tools, these are different tools that you can actually import an entire website or export your website to save for later. And then settings, these are more settings that are related to sort of how do people interact with your website, are people able to comment, where does the blog appear, what page is the home page of your website. And so I would take a little minute to go through all of these and just see what they do. But first we want to learn how to install plugins. Later on in this lesson, at the very end, I'm going to give you a big list of plugins that I think you should install, but now I just want to show you how to do it. Once you click plugins, you will see that there are already a bunch of plugins installed in your WordPress site. If it asks you to update them. So you can click up here to select all and then go to update and then apply, and it will update all of your plugins. You want to keep your plugins up to date because especially plugins that are created by third parties, you never know if they can be hacked, and this has happened before with plugins that I have used that I haven't updated. Hackers are able to hack into your website through a plugin, and then they're able to basically mess up your website and take it down. So you want to make sure that everything is up to date. So to add a new plugin, just click this Add New button, or over here select Add New. And then we're just going to add one that I think you should all add, which is Yoast SEO. So search for Yoast SEO in the sidebar over here, or the search bar. You'll see Yoast SEO. You will see when you search for things, you can see the rating, you can see how many people have installed it. So this one is over 1 million people. This other one, 0 installs, 400, 0. You want to make sure that people are using it. You also want to look and see when was it last updated. If it was updated 3 years ago, don't use it because it's old and it's not going to work well with your current website. Once you're happy with a plugin, you can click more actually and find out more information about it. You can see the ratings, you can see more information about how to install it, what it looks like, if it has some sort of view, and then click Install Now. So once you install, you have to activate it. So you've installed it, but you have to kind of turn it on. Select Activate Plugin. Okay, so now depending on what the plugin is, it might add a menu button over on the left side. It really depends on what the type of plugin it is. If it's an appearance plugin, it might appear under Appearance, it might appear under Tools. It really depends, or it might just appear in this top menu. So if I click SEO right here now, you will see that Yoast SEO has a page now that will appear in your dashboard. So this is the dashboard for Yoast SEO, and you'd have to go through and check out this tour. Some of them, walk you through exactly how to use the plugin. Let's go ahead and install another one that is a little bit more simple to use. So we'll click Add New. We'll do Pretty Links, Pretty Link Lite. So maybe there's a paid version, but this one 100,000 active installs. That's by far the most popular. Updated a month ago. I'm going to go ahead and install now. This is the one that I have. Activate.